Literally every single thing about the Scream TV series was absolutely brilliant. Brandon James, Emma Duval, Lakewood, everything about it was just so epic. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel Lifestyle Critic. I hope you're having a brilliant day. Now I am a massive Scream movie fan and I was just so excited when they announced the fact that they were doing a Scream TV series, and I have wanted to do this review for so long, and now here we are with it. Now the reason that I absolutely love the Scream TV series is that it was really inspired by the Scream movies in terms of it has all of the ingredients that make that franchise absolutely awesome. So for example, it's got a bit of a Sidney Prescott-esque type character at the heart of it that is definitely leading the TV show really well. It's obviously got a killer behind a mask that all of the audience members are trying to work out who on earth it is within this close-knit group. But on top of that, it had some really cool, innovative new things. So for example, a bit of a podcast situation going on. The Lakewood town itself was layered with loads of different mysteries in and of itself. It had a really cool use of technology. And also, most importantly, it used an episodic format so brilliantly. Every single episode had something incredibly crazily happening to one of the different characters. It was building so many different mysteries, and you really just feel connected with all of the different characters. And still to this day, I am so gutted that we never got a true third season to really wrap everything up, as it just left it on so many different cliffhangers. But anyway, as far as the first two seasons are concerned, they are absolutely awesome, and I cannot wait to break them down for you in this TV series review. So as far as the storyline goes of the first two seasons of the Scream TV series, so it is set in a fictional town called Lakewood, and the main lead character, Emma Duval, finds herself at the centre of a string of different murders taking place. But that's not all, as Lakewood definitely has its own previous history in terms of the Lakewood massacres that happened years and years ago, which involves all of the parents. So the parents are also embroiled in this new set of murders taking place in Lakewood, and also Ghostface himself has his own backstory as well. Now this may well have been done because they couldn't get the rights to the original Scream Ghostface mask, and instead I feel like they totally used that for their advantage, as the Brandon James character from the past has his own storyline happening because of the mask, which I just think is so clever. And then week to week we see a new character dying, and all of the characters have to work out who the new killer is behind the Brandon James mask. And as you would expect, there are just loads of twists and turns that happen every single week. Now on top of that, they also had a Halloween special where the gang were going to Shallow Grove Island, which sounds very Scooby-Doo, doesn't it? And on this island they were trying to solve the mystery of Anna Hobbs, who had her own mystery from the past, so the characters have to work out what is happening in the present, as well as what really happened in the past. So these characters definitely couldn't catch a break, but I just feel like the mechanism that they had with this franchise was just so brilliant. So we had awesome storylines happening from a seasonal perspective, and then they had specials as well. So the formula was so good, and literally is just a crying shame that this brilliant TV series got cancelled / rebooted, as a reboot definitely wasn't as good as the original was. Now from a positive point of view, the reasons why I absolutely love the Scream TV series is, like I said before, it's got all of the ingredients from the movies blended together with really cool different additions. For example, the Brandon James mystery, all of these characters, you just feel really connected to them because you see them every single week, so they have so much time to really expand everything and really explore all of the different characters in quite a lot of detail. And as far as the first season is concerned, the actual killer reveal was really unexpected. I mean, the second season was a little bit predictable, which was a little bit annoying. But you know, that being said, I feel like they paid a lot of respect and a lot of homage to the Scream movies, which is obviously where they got born out of, which I thought was a really nice touch. And also, like I said before, they definitely embraced technology in the Scream TV series, as for example the main first opening death, which featured the Bella Thorne actress, definitely involved a lot of technology, which was really cool. There was also a bit of a killer board that was taken place by the new Randy, and seeing all of the clues coming together every single week was really cool as well. And also, every single week there were just so many new twists and turns. So one week you may well think that you have it figured out, but by the next episode they're going to definitely do something that's going to make you think, oh, maybe it wasn't that person. and then you're going to be pointing the finger at someone else and then someone else each week. So the formula was just working so well. However, from a negative's point of view, I guess the main negative is that it was cut too early. So you are going to be really invested by the end of the second season, but unfortunately you're not going to see the final conclusion and wrap up happening in the final 6 episodes of what should have been the third season as part of this particular storyline. And like I said before as well, as far as the second season is concerned, whilst I absolutely loved all of the new additions and the new characters that they brought into the second season, it was just a little bit too predictable about who the reveal is going to be. But you know, from a storyline point of view, honestly, the first 2 seasons of the Scream TV series are absolutely phenomenal. So from a cast and characters point of view, the first 2 seasons of the Scream TV series are absolutely perfect, I would say. So let's go through them one by one. So first up we have Willa Fitzgerald, who is playing this Wiles version of Sidney Prescott, who is called Emma Duval, and I absolutely love this character and the actress. I feel like she leads the show so brilliantly. You're really captivated by her performance. She definitely does an awesome job in this show, and I really love the progression of this character across the 2 seasons, as well as the Halloween special as well. So for example, in the first season, she is understandably very terrified by everything, doesn't really want to blame anyone, and is trying to figure out everything that's going on. In the second season, given everything that she's gone to, and given the fact that she was the main target by all of the killers, she is understandably then having PTSD over everything that happened to her in the first season. And then by the end of the Halloween special, she is very strong within herself, very triumphant. And it would have been so brilliant to then explore this version of Emma Duval in the third season, as she then would have been the really strong character that we see Sidney Prescott being, for example, in the 4th season of the Scream movie. Next up we have Carson Young, who is playing the Brooke character. In the beginning, she feels very stereotypical, the popular girl, and is just a bit of a cliche from that point of view. However, I feel like given the fact that she's in a bit of a TV series with loads of episodes, you can really then explore this character in quite a lot of depth. And I feel like if this was a movie, you definitely couldn't have done that. But actually, because it's a TV series, you can actually see that this character has quite a lot of layers to her. And then by the end of it, she was actually a true fan favourite. And also, she is the mayor's daughter, so there's a lot of additional storylines happening with this character in particular, and she really stands well next to the Emma Duval character, as Emma is very girl next door, and the Brooke character is a very popular it girl from high school. Next up we have Taylor-Klaus playing the Audrey character. By the end of the second season, she is definitely on the same level as the Emma Duval character in terms of being a bit of a final girl. But as far as this character is concerned, she's very rebellious, a bit of a filmmaker, and actually she has a rich history with the Emma Duval character and has got a bit of a complex past herself. And she works really well with this Wiles equivalent to the Randy character. And also, she does make some questionable decisions, so it is a little bit difficult to support this character with some of the things that she has done. Next up we have Karna, who is playing the Noah character, who definitely is this Wiles equivalent to the Randy character, as he is a little bit of a nerd, very intelligent, and is able to work out what's going to happen because of his vast knowledge of horror movies, and he does have a lot of witty one-liners as a result of this. And also, he is the person behind the killer board, which is really interesting. And he also has his own podcast in the second season, so definitely does a brilliant job as narrating the second season. Next up we have an actor who really should be a lot bigger, as he is super talented. So we have Amadeus Serafini, who is playing the Kieran character, and he has a very mysterious past and is a new kid on the block at Lakewood High, and he is definitely Emma Duval's main love interest in the first season. And also in the second season we have his cousin Eli joining, who knows all about Kieran's past. So I just feel like the Kieran and Eli dynamic, along with Emma Duval, is just absolutely brilliant. I wish they pushed this a little bit more, but you know what they did do with these 3 characters was absolutely brilliant. Next up we have Weil, who is playing the Will character, who was Emma Duval's ex. So actually from the first season's perspective, there's a really interesting triangle happening with Emma, Will, and with the Kieran character. Next up we have Maden playing the Jake character, a bit of a stereotypical jock, the cheeky guy who's always at high school, and he is having a relationship with the Brooke character. In the second season, she has a new boyfriend called Starvo, who is a really great new addition in the second season, and he is a brilliant artist and a bit of a comics expert, so actually adds a brilliant new dynamic. In the second season, we also have Piper, who is the podcaster in the first season, and she is definitely the Gale Weathers equivalent in the Scream TV series, and she is new to Lakewood, so definitely adds a bit of a new perspective to the town. We also have Maggie and Kevin Duval, who are Emma's parents, and like I said, they've got a very layered backstory with all of the parents. We also have Bella Thorne, who is playing the Nina character, another very popular girl in high school, and as is tradition with the Scream franchise, there is a big epic death to open up the movies, and in an equivalent way in this series, Nina is the first death in the Scream TV series. Apparently, Bella Thorne was going to be the Emma Duval equivalent character, but ultimately the actress just opted to be in the opening sequence and definitely made a massive impact in that way. And then finally, we have to end on a high with the Brandon James character. So like I said, he is a big player as far as the past is concerned, and you find out a lot more about this character given the fact that he actually is this Wiles equivalent to the Ghostface Mask character, which is really, really cool. And as I'm sure you'll agree, from a Carson character's point of view, the Scream TV series, as far as the first 2 seasons are concerned, were absolutely awesome. So from a visuals point of view, honestly, the first 2 seasons of the Scream TV series were absolutely brilliant. I know I'm going to sound like a bit of a broken record, but honestly, it was just so good. Like I said, it had a lot of inspiration from the movies, and it would have all of the different aspects that you would expect it to have. So for example, it had really inventive kills, it had a lot of pop culture references, a really dark setting, and I just feel Lakewood was so brilliant. I mean, the Scream franchise is so iconic with the Woodsboro area, and I honestly feel like Lakewood is a great contender for that. And of course, it had loads of screaming happening in there as well, and like I said before as well, both of the seasons had a really brilliant massive opening and a really dramatic and a really intense death sequence taking place. But on top of all of that, they had some new elements as well. So for example, they really did embrace technology, which really did bring the Scream franchise into the modern era, as well as having a narrator, which was really cool. And like I said before as well, the weekly episodic format just lent itself so well. So from a visuals point of view, you can be really embroiled and immersed into the world of Emma Duval and the Brendan James killer mask, and everything was just looking really cool. And obviously the Scream movies are very thriller based, and it had all of those aspects as well. But what makes the Scream franchise so iconic is all of the humor, and all of that was in place here too. And it was just really sharp, really gripping, and easily one of the best shows on Netflix and on MTV as well. So from a comparisons point of view, I definitely feel like the first 2 seasons of the Scream TV series are miles better, literally on another league, to the 3rd season, which I feel like was a little bit disappointing. And it really should have been the conclusion of the Brandon James and Lakewood storyline before they rebooted it with different characters and different lure and different worlds and different masks as well. I also preferred the first 2 seasons to other murder mystery TV shows, for example Pretty Little Liars, The Perfectionist, Scream Queens, and the most recently released Cruel Summer as well. I also don't think you can really compare it to the movies, as they are 2 very different entities, given the fact that the TV series has a bit of an episodic structure. But that being said, like I said before, it definitely is very inspired and pays a lot of homage to the Scream movies, and also other horror movies in general as well, which definitely means from a comparison point of view, the Scream TV series is very strong. So overall, I'm sure you can tell, I absolutely love the first 2 seasons of the Scream TV series. I think they were absolutely brilliant, really cool, really edgy, really gripping, really well made. And the fact that they had their own Halloween specials, I thought, boy, this show really has got it all. I mean, the thing that makes the Scream movies really iconic is all of the innovative deaths that they have with all of the different characters, and this TV show definitely has that in spades, as they are all very innovative, really unique, and some of them are even more elaborate than what you have seen in the movies. And from a death's point of view, because it has its episodic format, which by the way is absolutely awesome, it just means that every single episode has at least 1 death happening. Most importantly, because of the episodic format, you can just feel really connected and somewhat build a relationship with all of the different characters, which just means this TV show was absolutely awesome. It literally is a bit of a crying shame that we never got to see it properly being concluded, as the 2nd season, the Halloween specials, everything is just left on such a big cliffhanger, and you just really want to see what could have happened in the 3rd season. If you would like me to do a bit of a predictions, plot theories video, then let me know in the comment section below. But as far as the first 2 seasons are concerned, I absolutely love them and I have to give it a massive 8.5 out of 10. Now I'd love to hear from you, so please let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise I look forward to seeing you in my next video.